What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tim Talks, the real estate show where we talk about real estate, life, and a little bit of everything else. Roll the intro music. Welcome back, everyone. This is a very spooktacular and special episode. It is, as I hope you can tell, our Halloween edition. I am Iron Man. And you are?
So, this is going to be where the story time comes in, because I have to kind of explain myself.
Okay, well, if it's story time, I'm taking this damn mask off.
Yeah, go ahead. So, I was very last minute and was like, what am I going to be on the Tim Talks Halloween special? And so, I found this yellow shirt, and I have like a business jacket. And I was going to go to Walmart this morning and get like a bumblebee, antennas, and wings to be a busy bee. Walmart doesn't have Halloween stuff anymore. It's all Christmas. All their costumes are for dogs and infants, and I will not fit in those. Neither will my foot. So I had to come up with the next best thing. Okay. I'm wearing yellow, right?
You are?
I got my red tie. I got my spatula. And I am SpongeBob. I'm ready.
That's awesome.
So I think I might have an advantage for this episode.
Yeah, you know what? We'll let people decide in the comments whose costume is better. But
like my tie.
I think Ashley's winning this one. But boy, do I love America. This is the Russian edition of Captain America.
Yellow.
All right, so we have a special episode planned for you guys today. I cannot take you seriously with that on your head. Today we are going to do everything Halloween. So on the docket for today is first we're going to share scary/haunted house stories. And they're scary. Like, they're really scary. Okay. We had to vet some of these because, I mean, there were some of them we couldn't do on this show, but we're going to have a content warning because some of these get pretty gruesome. But it's Halloween, and Ashley's holding a spatula. It's not even a spatula. It's the
only thing I could find.
It's a flipper. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to bob for apples today. Yes. And then we have a competition to see who can fit the most candy corn in their mouths. It's going to be exciting. And then we're going to close things off with what's scariest about the real estate market right now. Ooh. We're not going to leave you guys. We'll leave you guys terrified. Yeah, we'll leave you terrified. No. But thanks for being with us here for our Halloween episode. Let's get right into things. So I'm going to share a few very short, just their recounts of scary stories from people that have shared their experiences and shared what they've seen. All right, so the first one is there were scratches in the closet from children locked inside. Ooh. My parents were realtors and also flipped houses. When I was growing up, I used to help them a lot, usually by cleaning. When I was 12, I was helping with a house that was infested with roaches. I noticed that the closets had children's handprints and there were fingernail scratches on the insides of the doors as well. I asked my parents why this was the case. They told me the old tenants used to lock their toddlers in the closets for days.
No.
That's pretty terrible.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, this next one comes from Yup4545. When I was looking for my last house, I went with my wife and realtor to look at several houses. We went to look at one house in particular because it didn't seem like the price they were asking for could be real. Huge house, sitting on tons of land with outbuildings, going for millions under market value. We got there and the realtor said, "Oh, I should mention, a serial killer lived here, and when he was put away, cops found 11 bodies on the property." Yeah, 11. That's crazy. There's a picture here to show it to you.
No.
Okay. He murdered his sons to get back at his cheating wife. I don't understand that one.
No, what?
I don't understand the logic there. I don't understand you wouldn't murder your wife either. But still, if you were to murder somebody in this situation,
Why
wouldn't
would
you?
not
You would murder the wife, not the sons. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. This guy goes, I'm not a realtor, but I suppose this story is relevant. My extended family used to live in a really old house located just north of London. Previously, it used to be Queen Victoria's stop when she was traveling in the area. Cool. I'm told my uncle, when younger, never believed in ghosts or spirits and would be the first one to call it a load of rubbish. This is definitely by somebody from
Rubbish.
England. He was sleeping one night and was awoken by a man staring at him at the end of his bed, dressed in an old army uniform. My uncle froze for a few seconds, panicked, and flicked the bedside lamp on, and then the man vanished. He refused to sleep in that room from that night onwards. We later found out that the man was a previous owner who had returned from war to find his wife was having an affair.
No.
He was so furious that his wife reported to have told her that he would do the worst thing possible to get back at her. Yikes. He took his twin sons, oh my goodness, went to the back of the garden where there was a forest and killed them. The funny thing is that my uncle bought the property. He had twin sons, just like
Ew.
the previous owner. Wow.
That's gross.
The weirdest part is that my brothers, this guy, and my uncle/auntie's kids were playing near the forest when they were in their early teens and kept on saying they heard boys laughing but couldn't see anyone there.
Ew. That's like American Horror Story right there.
That's crazy.
No, thank you.
This is actually scary.
Ooh. No, thank you.
Wow. Okay. Our next, this one seems tame after the one we just listened to. A ghost haunted the house where a man died. No big deal. My dad moved into a house where this one is from Spagata 111. My dad moved into a house where we later learned that the previous owner's son killed himself. There was no saying as to whether he lived in the house, but we do know which bedroom was his. I'm not into paranormal nonsense, but my sister had that room. Before we learned about the son killing himself, she had all sorts of weird things happening in the room. Alarms going off at odd hours of the night. The TV just turns on, shuts off whenever it feels like it, especially weird when it's at night and you're alone.
Right.
He said, I don't like going up there for that reason. The previous owner also came home one day to catch his wife cheating on him and started shooting at them. He missed them, and you can still see the bullet marks in the wall of the master bedroom.
Ew.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy. This one's a short one, but it's pretty creepy. The basement of this house contained a torture room. I'm a contractor and recently dismantled what seemed to be a torture room in the basement of a house some clients were selling. Creepy broken mirror included. I don't know what that means.
Ooh.
Yikes. The basement of this house used to be a morgue. A historic building I used to lease apartments for was formerly an insane asylum, and prior to that was a hospital. The building itself is on the National Historical Registry. Thankfully, I never had a bad experience here except for one unsettling thing in a stairwell. It doesn't say what it was. But I did meet people over the years with stories. Anyways, certain things are required for historical landmarks and restoration tax credits in this particular city, so many of the apartments had to maintain certain features of the original design/architecture, like some old tile was still on the floors and walls. The thing that creeped me out was the basement. Even after 50 plus years, on most days, you could catch a whiff of formaldehyde. Ugh. Some days were more pungent and distinct than others. Of course, being the basement, it also had the addition of that musty basement smell. Sure. Since this was once a hospital, obviously it had a morgue. There are a handful of apartments in the basement, and the original tile on the floor marked where the morgue actually started. In one of these apartments, there is a bedroom with incredibly spacious walk-in closets. If you haven't already figured it out, these two massive closets are the old body lockers with the original latches on the walls next to the entrance to the closets. I still, for the life of me, cannot understand how anyone could live in an apartment because I wouldn't even live in that apartment because I wouldn't even go into that apartment by myself.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not good. Oh my
gosh. I mean, it's got character, I guess, but still.
That's not the kind of character we want.
Not the character I'm wanting.
Oh, this one is a creepy way, but doesn't involve death. This is scary. There was a camera hidden inside the bathroom mirror. Ugh. I went to visit my sister in California, and once I flew in, I wanted to shower. Well, I took a long enough shower that the mirror was all steamy when I got out, except one tiny dot in the middle of the mirror. My immediate thought process was, oh, weird. I guess if you draw on a mirror with Expo, it would steam around it. So I went to go investigate, and upon looking right up to it, I realized it was a camera lens.
That's why I always check hotels.
Yeah. Well, I've heard Airbnbs.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So if you're an investor, make sure, please don't put cameras in your Airbnb.
Mm.
Well, I freaked out and ran out to her room and dressed, then went and told her. We went around her back and looked in a utility closet type thing that looked like it was in line with her room. Sure enough, the drywall had been cut away and repatched at some point. We cut it open and there was no camera. There was a little lens still stuck to the mirror. It's real freaky to think whoever was getting actually spied on if they ever actually knew.
Yeah. I'm a huge thing
Okay,
when it comes to privacy.
Hold on a sec. You don't think that it would have been the owner of the house at the time? You think they didn't realize there's a camera in their mirror? That would be a red flag for me.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm a huge thing when it comes to privacy. And I'm like one of those people that are like a conspiracy theorist when it comes like to the hotels. I'm always like inspecting the smoke detectors and the clocks and the tissue boxes because cameras,
yeah,
they could be this on a
There's
button.
ever like an owl or a stuffed animal or something, it's definitely a camera. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, those were my spooky, scary stories. Hopefully we didn't freak everyone out. I freaked myself.
You're still there, right?
I freaked myself out. Okay, Ashley, you've got a scary story to share with us.
So these okay, so I have some weird, creepy things that realtors have seen when they go on listing appointments with their clients.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one, rats, mold, and cockroaches and raccoons, all in $1 million listing.
Oh, where did it say?
No, it didn't say.
Huh.
But I just can't imagine just, what is it, like a vacant mansion or is something like where all these little creatures, is Snow White there? Like,
Yeah.
how are they?
Who lists that without getting those out of there?
I know, that's why it's important to get an inspection.
Yeah, jeez.
This is a little nasty, but feces.
Uh,
So this person walked in with their clients to have the worst smell ever, litter box that hadn't been changed in weeks.
oh, come on.
It's like, and if you're selling your house, you want to make sure that like your house smells nice.
Yeah.
Especially if you were a pet owner.
I've walked into listings before and there's been like cat pee on the carpets.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Or the smell of like wet dog.
Yeah.
Like, please put some freshener in or something.
What's those things? Airwicks or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are not that expensive.
No, you go to the Dollar Tree. They
Yeah.
have them.
Yeah.
But they're like, we had to leave because it was so bad. Hoarders. This person found 400 empty egg cartons and every newspaper used since 1985.
Hey, you never know when you're going to want to go back and see what happened in like March of 1993, okay?
And rooms so full that you could barely walk through them.
Yeah, that's
So what's
it's
the point
sad.
of having a showing if you can't even
Show
the
it.
house?
Yeah, that's sad.
This is drug and sex paraphernalia.
Whoa. Content warning.
Red flag. But basically, these people would see the book like 50 Shades of Grey just hanging out on the coffee table. That doesn't sound bad.
No.
But then they go and tour like the master bedroom or the spare
Oh,
bedroom
yeah.
and closet. And I'm not going to go into details, but they saw things.
Yeah.
So if you do have those, lock them away.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody wants to
yes.
see those.
Seriously. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Do not leave that out. Please. Not for your own realtor to find or for anyone else. That's just disgusting.
Random collections. So a full room of just dolls.
It's like that Geico commercial.
Well, we actually had somebody that had a listing that had a room just for their dolls.
That's creepy.
Like a whole room.
I showed a house that there was like 3 dolls sitting on the piano bench. Just
Okay.
like sitting there like facing towards the room. Super weird.
Ew.
The decoration. I don't know why people would like that.
I say I'm not an interior designer,
Scary.
They also cabbage. Really random, right? Cabbage.
What?
So just to let you know, if you are cooking cabbage or have it in your house before showing,
yeah.
it has the nastiest smell.
It's a bad smell.
And it lingers forever.
That's a bad smell.
These people, they would breathe in through their mouth and they could taste the cabbage.
Oh, God. I think the only thing that lasts longer in a house is curry. Have you ever made curry?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my God. It stays in the house for like weeks and weeks.
No, I didn't know that.
The spices or whatever that's in it, just permeates the house. So if you're thinking about selling your house, think about what you're going to cook, several weeks in advance. I'm serious. Because it will stay in the house. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the last thing is an illegal rooming house of 20 people living there.
Wow.
So they walked in and there were all these like makeshift beds in the living room and all these different things. So they were taking a lot more people than they should probably have kept in their house.
That is, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. That's concerning. You never ever, if you're a landlord, you have to make sure that there's not like 20 people living in your living room. Because people do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dangerous. That's a liability. It's a huge liability.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, those were I shared some very dark and scary stories. Ashley shared some scary realtor facts as well. So hopefully this has been sufficiently scary for everyone out there. I think this is good. I think we need to do this more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We will take a 5-minute break so that I can cool down from this 300-degree suit. And we'll be back with some games. What did you just do?
Trying to breathe because my nostrils like...
All right. So next activity, apple bobbing. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never done this before.
Me either.
Yeah. I don't know why people do it. It's a Halloween thing. So we're trying to like pander to the audiences and do Halloween things.
Yeah.
So how do you even do this?
Well, do we have to have like our hands behind our back?
Yeah.
Because
No
some,
hands.
some people are... Okay, so one at a time, you're going to... Do we have like a time limit? Are we gonna
let's do like what, 20 seconds?
Yeah.
20
seconds.
seconds?
Be the
Well, we can experiment first. I'll go first, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You ready? Ready. All right. Let me get the mic out of my face for this.
I was gonna say good luck with that.
Set, go. Oh my God.
You made that look so easy.
Almost broke my jaw doing that. Okay. Don't bite this one.
I'm gonna try my best. I did get my cooties shot, so don't worry.
All right, Ashley, it's your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Can I give you my Tim Talks mug?
Yeah, here. Hey, Tim Talks mug.
Yeah. God, but I have like some inflatables in front of me. Makes it a little harder. Okay. Oh, I need some more preparation than you. I got hair. This is a hairy SpongeBob.
This is definitely needs to go on the behind the scenes.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. This is getting serious. I'm not we're getting serious.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna move these around a little bit because I want to go for that. Okay.
Okay.
You tell me when.
You ready? Set, go. Oh my God! That was so fast. What was my time? My time was 14. Before we got on this, Ashley was afraid that she was gonna drown, and we're like, Ashley, there's no way you drown. Okay. Should we have like 3 rounds?
Sure.
I'm gonna go for the same apple I already went for, so that we don't bite different apples.
I'm all wet. My time.
5.6 is the time to beat. This is gonna be really hard. I probably look like I'm about to drown myself. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 3.85.
Shit, Tim. How did you do that?
I almost just broke my jaw. Okay. All right. I think this will just be mine and that one will be yours.
And then we just have a floater.
All right. And just one for aesthetic purposes. All right. What's the time to beat? 3.8? 3.85. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep going. Keep going. You just took a chunk out of it. All right, I think that one's a failure. Are we over 20 seconds? We're over 20 seconds. That one's a failure. All right, my last round.
That was a good apple, though.
Yeah, honestly, I've only had a couple, like just a bite or two, but they're pretty. Go to Grocery Outlet for your apples, apparently. Okay, you ready? 3.85 is the time to beat. Okay, you could go for that one if you want to next time.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna eat that one. So go for this one. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't.
2.72. Yes, you can. Ashley, you can. I got water up my nose and in my eye. And why is the water spicy? But you can do this. Okay. Okay. That was your first bite. You've done this twice now. Okay, ready? Whew. 3, 2, 1, go. Gentle, Ashley. Okay. That's not bad. All right. The winning time, yours truly, 2.72. 2.72 is the winner. Actually, you have a We definitely are gonna have to have a content warning on this episode. Wow. Okay. I want to go one more time just see if I can break my record.
Okay.
All right. 2.72. Okay. I'm gonna go for a new apple here. We've sufficiently cleaned the staple here. Okay. I'm gonna take like your half-eaten apple out of here.
Go ahead. Souvenir.
There's apple chunks in this water. It's nasty.
It's applesauce.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 1.61.
I thought you were gonna break your nose there for a second.
Don't do.
He's
All
like,
right.
I'll do anything to break my record.
All right. So we are back, and we have our next challenge, our final challenge of the day.
Yes.
The candy corn challenge. Ashley, we'll actually be bringing Peanut Butter Boy, aka Captain America. Captain America, where are you?
I'm coming.
Okay, Captain America versus Iron Man. This is perfect. It's just
Whoa,
like the movie.
whoa.
Okay,
seen
so
this one.
we've got 3 bags of candy corn right here, and here the challenge is. We are going to try to see how many pieces of candy corn we can fit into our mouths at one time. All right, so how many pieces of candy corn can you fit in your mouth at once? Do we have workman's comp if someone chokes and...
No.
Okay.
No
All right.
benefits.
So no
impressive.
benefits.
No
We need to be careful, but not too careful. All right. Count them as you put them into your mouth.
Is this some type of like...
It's not speed, it's strategy.
It's not speed. It's strategy. So
Well, obviously there's some speed.
you have all the time in the world until these cameras overheat. Oh my God! Ashley. That went everywhere. All right. Ready? Begin filling. All right, 25. Oh my God. All right, welcome back. We've taken a brief intermission. It was a long intermission. There was a lot of cleanup that had to take place after that.
That still needs to be done.
So how many did you have in your mouth?
51.
I had 56.
I was trying to keep up with you.
Well, you jumped out to this crazy like 40 to 20 lead.
I was just dumping.
You were really going.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, okay, I better pick up the pace. So, all right. Well, great job, everyone. I was really impressed with that. Yeah. Wow. Never going to do that again, though. That was insane.
That was disgusting.
That was disgusting. Okay. So thank you for joining us for our Halloween spooktacular special. Before we go, I'm going to share with you guys the one thing. Usually we try to keep things very positive. It's Halloween. It's scary. What's the one thing that is scaring me about this market that we're in? And actually, it actually doesn't have to do with the market itself. It has to do with people's reactions to the market. The scariest thing to me about this market is actually people's reactions to this market. Okay. Over the last few weeks, months, etc., I have started to see people, realtors, lenders, and buyers and sellers alike, start to lose hope and freak out about this market. That's scary, because when the people lose hope, that's when things really start to slide downhill. So I'm here to tell you that there's a solution for everything. And we had a meeting today and where we started to talk about ways to get creative with selling real estate and buying real estate, because that's what we're going to have to do over the next couple months. Over the last 2 years, we've become conditioned to real estate being this easy game where we get somebody in there and we get them out real quick. It's time to get creative. I'm ready to get creative. For my buyers and sellers out there, it's time for you guys to get ready to be creative. I'll help you be creative. To my realtors and lenders that are listening to this, let's talk about how we can get creative, okay? Scariest thing is people freaking out, all right? Because when people start to freak out, that's when things start to go downhill. Let's take a deep breath and get creative. And that is really the only real estate thing that we have to say on today's show. But you know what? It's Halloween.
It's a Halloween special.
It's a Halloween special. We've worked hard this year.
Yes.
And every now and then you just got to have a little bit of fun and see how many pieces of candy corn you can fit in your mouth. So thank you so much for being with us here today, guys. Special number before we go?
46.
31. I don't know why.
Well, Halloween's 31.
Oh! You know, I was actually...
Conspiracy!
That's kind of creepy. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you again for joining us for another episode of Tim Talks, our special Halloween version. Thank you to Peanut Butter Boy, Captain America, Ashley, SpongeBob, and Iron Man for being with us here today. And we will be back next week with a special guest. This one is going to be an exciting one. We're going to talk about motivation as we have a professional coach come in and talk about how he motivates his athletes and how we can use those lessons to motivate ourselves as entrepreneurs. Thank you so much, guys. You know the drill. Go ahead and follow us and subscribe. Drop us a like and a comment wherever you get your podcast. If you're on Instagram, make sure to share us. Thank you so much, guys. And we will see you next week. Ethan, let's hit that Halloween outro music.